Hello, my beautiful friends, and welcome to Freya's Forge. I'm Kelshei. I'm an initiated Wiccan High Priestess and Reiki Master. And here on our channel, we talk about all that witchy goodness that we wish that we had had access to when we were newcomers to the craft. Today's video is all about journaling and how this lonely little pen can be the best magical tool in your toolbox. So if you're interested in hearing more about that, stick around. Okay, welcome back. So if you stuck around, you're here to listen to about or watch or however you're handling ingesting the content of the video today about how this lonely little pen, not necessarily this specific pen, but it represents the idea of pen, pencil, writing implement, how this can be one of the most important tools in your toolbox as a pagan or Wiccan, and how journaling is one of the most important things that you can do as a pagan or Wiccan. So I have been journaling for as long as I can remember. This is something that has been part of my day-to-day routine for as long as I can remember. And I'm going to move kind of out of the way. And all of these books over here, down there, those are all journals. They're not all of my journals. Some of my journals are still in boxes, and I may be packing some more of those away to make room for other things on those shelves. But this has been part of my practice since I was a teenager. I used to joke that this was how I stayed out of therapy. And I have probably written that more than once in a journal over the years. But journaling is one of those things that has helped me learn and be a student of myself. As a practicing Wiccan, it's part of that magical personality building. It's part of recording the results of a particular ritual. But it's mostly about getting my thoughts and my feelings out of my head and onto paper. And I get these notebooks, this one, I think I got this one at Walgreens. I get them at Walmart. Up until relatively recently, I got a subscription box once a month that usually had a notebook in it. I do have kind of a problem when it comes to stationery. If there is a stationery 12-step program, I probably need to be part of it. But as you saw from some of the B-reel that I will cut in here, I have some pens, one or two. I have jars of pens on my desk. I have my foam board organizer. If there's interest in how to create one of those, let me know in the comments and we'll do a video, or I'll link to the video that I did, that I watched when I created it, because why reinvent the wheel if you don't have to, right? It's really easy. It's out of foam board that you can get at any art supply, Michael's, Walmart, anywhere. Anyway, but journaling and why a pen is one of your most important magical tools is because in order to really be a good practitioner, a good magician, a good priest or priestess, you have to know yourself. Come here. Come say hi. Come say hi. Come here. Come here, Phoebers. It's a Phoebe. She has to say hello. It's part of her job. But you have to know yourself. You know, the unexamined life is not worth living. Yes, that is Socrates. I looked it up for a previous video. Of course, he said it in ancient Greek, which I don't speak. There's a lot of languages I do speak. That's not on the list. But why journaling is so important and why I keep the journals that I write. Sometimes I do go back to them and flip through. Sometimes if I'm having a particularly rough day, I will like sit down and really read through passages. Sometimes if I am writing something that I think is particularly profound or is an apostrophe, to use the term from Hook. I love that movie. It's not an epiphany, it's an apostrophe. I will reread those passages and really look at the growth that I have gone through during the period that I wrote. I remember when I was getting ready to have surgery once, weight loss surgery, which is a topic for a whole different day. Yes, channel is all about authenticity. Yes, I had weight loss surgery. No, I wasn't terribly successful about it. We'll talk about that a different day. But it's one of those things where my journal has helped me really explore my psyche in a way that just thinking or just meditating, while those are important, wasn't able to do. And so journaling by itself, just like diet and exercise, diet by itself is not horribly successful. Just exercising is not horribly successful. You combine those two things together, and boy howdy, can those be successful. So being a student of yourself, whether it's meditation, whether it's moving meditation, which is what I call my walks, whether it's journaling, whether it's therapy, which I highly recommend if you have access and if that is available to you. But journaling is a way to really think about yourself as a person, as a Wiccan or pagan, as just a child of the gods, however you want to think of yourself. This is a way to really do that. And so one of the things, over the years, I have done various ways of keeping track of things. In my current journal, when I do each day, I record what day of the week it is, what date it is. So when I'm recording this video, it is Monday, the 13th of December, 2021. And I'm currently recording what sign the moon is in and what phase the moon is in and what sign the sun is in. Because I'm trying to learn more about astrology, and that's a quick and easy way for me to see the pattern that might be coming forth when I'm writing. And so I just record that it's Monday, 13th December, 2021. The moon is in what phase, the sun is in what sign, and and I'll have to look it up because I haven't done that for today. But for yesterday, on Sunday, the 12th of December, the sun was in Sagittarius, the moon was in first quarter in Aries. What does that mean? I don't know yet. I'm still learning. But it's also very useful to keep track of, just the passage of time, because time is cyclical. There's a wheel of the year, but it is also linear, and it does move by in century seconds. Okay. So what do I write about in my journal? What don't I write about in my journal? If I'm trying to come up with rituals for a particular holiday, I might write about that. I think about the holiday. What does it mean? What does the moon mean? What is going on in my head? What do I need to talk about with my gods when I do a ritual? I write about that. I write about the workouts that I need to do next week or this week or today or whatever. I write about my to-do list, that I need to get accomplished for the week. I remind myself what I'm trying to manifest. I write my affirmations in my journal. I do keep a gratitude log. Not every day, and that's something I need to work on, because if you come to your life from a place of gratitude, then you're going to see things manifest in your life a whole lot more easily. So sometimes I will write letters to my spirit guides in my journal. Sometimes I write letters to my future self in my journal. It's all about, what do I feel like I need to write about today? Sometimes I'll put if I'm working on a novel, I'll write some of the plot in my journal. I don't keep 20,000 different types of journal. The only real time I keep something separate, I have a garden journal versus my everyday journal. But I also wrote in this journal a couple of days ago. Let me see if I can find where I wrote it. I don't know. A couple days ago, I wrote about what it is that that it was time to start really thinking about what we want to grow in the raised bed garden in 2022. It's hard to believe that it's time to start thinking about that, but it is. And so I wrote about that I needed to start thinking about what we want to grow. I had a little bit of a thing where I said that it was enough about when I can afford to thinking. I'm just going to write what I need and want, not concerning myself with costs, etc. The universe will provide. And so I have a list started of things that we need or want to purchase or spend time, money, resources on, for the house, for each other, for ourselves. And I'm not worried about what it costs or when that might come, because the universe will provide for it. I talk about my needing to get my butt in gear to train for the half marathon or the full marathon or whatever race it is that I've got coming up, that I need to. I have spent many a page in many a journal talking to myself about weight loss and nutrition and things like that. I record if I have a particularly impactful meditation, because they're not always. Sometimes when you meditate, all you really get out of that was 15 minutes of relaxation. You don't have any particularly profound thoughts that come to light. You don't have particularly impactful imagery or messages or anything like that. You just took 15 minutes, 10, 15 minutes, 5 minutes even, and you just breathed in and you breathed out and you let things go. But if I did have a meditation that I got something out of, as soon as I come out of it, I will pull my journal out and I will write it down, because obviously it was something that was important enough that I need to remember it. There is a meditation that I'm going to record for you all that has been one that I have used for a very long time. It was one that we learned when I was studying, I think for my first degree, to be honest. It's been a hot minute, and I cannot remember who taught it to me, and I so apologize. And if that comes to me when I record it, I will put it in the description, because I am all about giving credit where credit is due. And it has been such a useful meditation for me that I want to make sure to credit the person who taught it to me if I can remember. But right now, I cannot honestly remember. So I will thank the as of yet unnamed person for bringing this to my life. But it's one where you do a chakra cleansing as you're going into this meditation by visualizing it as a set of stairs. And I'm not going to go too deep into it now, so stay tuned for the video. It will be coming. And you do a chakra cleansing. You end up in a room that is a safe place for you to talk with your animal spirit guides, your other spirit guides, your deities, ancestors, ascended masters, whoever needs to have a conversation with you, or you need to have a conversation with. You can invite a specific entity, deity, whatever, into the room with you and have that conversation. So if I have a particularly impactful meeting with someone, capital S, then I will, when I come out, immediately write it down in my journal. I have not had the best of luck, to be honest, with keeping a dream journal, because my dreams, unless they are like really, really, really impactful, then they just disappear out of my brain pretty much as soon as I wake up. Every once in a while, I will have a dream that I remember that I will write down, but more often than not, my dreams don't stick around very long. And that might be something that I work on. It's something I've tried off and on over the years to get better at, keeping a dream journal, but I haven't had the best of luck with it. So how do you start one? You just start one. Get a spiral notebook if you have nothing else, some loose leaf paper. Go and get a book, a journal type book. Get a blank book. In the past, I've gotten sketchbooks that I have used because I like to draw, and if it's got lines, I feel weird drawing over the lines. I've gotten over that. If I want to doodle, I doodle. So if you don't want to write in a journal where you write in words, keep an art journal. I'll cut in some footage of my art journal, and I do things, it's mixed media, and it's, quotes and ephemera and that sort of thing, So keep an art journal if you prefer. Keep a bullet journal. Whatever you want to do to be able to be a better student of yourself. If actual words are a problem for you, then do it in pictures. There's all kinds of ways of keeping an art journal, whether it's altered books, whether it's junk journal, whether it's, however you want to do it. Cut pictures out of magazines and glue them into a book. However you want to do it. Doodle, draw a mandala, paint rocks. Whatever is a way for you to be able to express your emotion, express your thoughts, express your feelings, get you onto paper. That's the important thing. I am a writer, so I write in words. I'm also an artist, so I write in pictures. I just know that about myself. I also do a lot with color and things, so I will deliberately, like today I'm writing in purple pen. Some days I'm feeling very matter of fact, and so I will write in black pen. I do a lot with washi tape. I'll cut in some footage of what washi tape is if you're not familiar. I have a whole little caddy over here of washi tape. But just how you do it. Is it art? Is it words? Is it both? What kind of notebook do you have it in? Heck, if you are more technologically inclined, keep it in a document on your computer or on your phone. There's different apps like Evernote or things like that. Keep your journal on your phone if you are so inclined, or in a word processing document. Whether it's Word or Open Office or Notepad or whatever on your computer. Do it that way. Just the point is, I encourage you to keep a journal, because you will find that it is a way for you to really get to know yourself in a way that you might not otherwise. So, I hope this was something that was helpful for you and that you got something out of it. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. If you have any questions on how to get started writing in your journal, hit me up in the comments. If you've kept a journal and you have found it particularly useful, drop that comment below so that other people can see that it's something that they might find useful. And until next time, merry meet, merry part, and merry meet again.